The Richat structure, also known as the Eye of the Sahara, is a circular geological formation visible from space. It is located in the western part of the Sahara Desert in Mauritania. From a bird's eye view, it looks like a gigantic crater, but it isn't one. From a geological perspective, the symmetrical dome of the structure was formed by centuries of erosion of rock layers. More precisely, it was shaped by repeated volcanic eruptions and collapses of a volcanic cone, which occurred cyclically over thousands of years. The question remains, is it more than just a spectacular creation of nature? Its full shape was only revealed in the space age in the 1960s, thanks to American astronauts James McDivitt and Edward White of Gemini 4 space mission. White being incidentally the first American to perform a spacewalk. The very shape of the structure with its concentric rings sparks the imagination. Its symmetry gives the impression that it may have been crafted by human hands. And this is where a historical clue emerges. Plato, the Greek philosopher from the 4th century before Christ and teacher of Aristotle, described Atlantis in his dialogues Timaeus and Critias as a powerful empire organized around concentric rings of water and land. The city was said to be surrounded by 3 rings of water and 2 of land. It was located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, which corresponds to today's Strait of Gibraltar. All of these elements align closely with the Richat structure. But can we trust Plato? Interestingly, those same dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, contain descriptions of ancient Athens that match archaeological discoveries, significantly increasing the historical credibility of Plato's writings. Plato himself claimed to have obtained this knowledge from one of his compatriots, Solon, a claim that is supported by both Egyptian and Greek sources. Plato wrote that in the center of Atlantis there was a hill on which the royal palace stood. The Richat structure has a clear central geological elevation, now a dry peak, but one that could have once been the city's dominant point. The rings of the Richat structure are nearly identical in diameter to those described by Atlantis by Plato. Plato said Atlantis was named after its first ruler, Atlas, the son of Poseidon. In both Berber and ancient Greek traditions, the first king of Mauritania also was named Atlas. Mauritania was said to be his kingdom according to the legend. This is an extraordinary coincidence, and the only place in the world where geography, mythology, and naming conventions overlap so perfectly. Plato also noted that Atlantis was rich in precious metals, copper and gold ores. In the Richat region and across Mauritania, rare earth metal deposits have existed for thousands of years. According to Plato, Atlantis sank due to a sudden catastrophe in a single day and night. This aligns with the Younger Dryas hypothesis, which suggests an ecological disaster likely caused by the impact of multiple smaller asteroids. These theories also speaks of massive floods and tsunamis. This connection is supported by surprising salt deposits found in large quantities around the Richat structure area. Tsunamis, or so-called mega-floods, destroyed Neolithic settlements around 11,600 years ago, which is consistent with the dates given by Plato. A massive catastrophe would explain the difficulty in finding any traces of the civilization that may have existed there. Gigantic floods could have literally pulverized even megalithic structures that stood in their way. Is the Richat structure Atlantis? We don't know, but it is one of the very few places on Earth that fits Plato's description so perfectly, in terms of shape, location, size, and geological history. Due to its extremely limited accessibility caused by the harsh climate and political instability of Mauritania, where many refugees are fleeing war in neighboring Mali, the area has been minimally studied so far. And perhaps the answers lie right there, beneath the sands of the Sahara.